This episode is sponsored by football's ultimate survival game. Let's see who's the final one standing.
AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal.
Welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. We are back on UK soil, back in the studio. What an unbelievable trip we had down to Singapore and also to Hong Kong. By the way, big up the Hong Kong Supporters Club who gave me this, right? Thank you very, very much. That is going to live long in the memory. Listen, honestly, the support that Arsenal have down in the Far East, that they had in Singapore, that they had in Hong Kong was absolutely amazing. It was just great to be there and see the passion of those fans. It made me really, really proud to be an Arsenal fan, to see those fans in action down there. And this club, Arsenal, are such a massive club, such a huge, huge club. And I was very, very proud to call myself an Arsenal fan, being amongst all those Arsenal fans over there in Singapore and over in Hong Kong. And it was a great tour. I mean, the football was okay. 2 wins and a defeat, of course, in the North London derby, first North London derby ever to be played outside the UK. But it were friendlies. Friendlies are all about getting yourself ready for the start of the new season. There's still work to be done, but there were some good signs and there was still some little worrying bits. Obviously, for me, the standout of the whole tour was Max Dowman, 15 years of age. This kid's going to be an absolute superstar. We were very lucky last night before we came back. We was at the airport and we met his family. Really, really nice people. They were, his dad was talking about, the pressures now of having this superstar kid, and from what he was saying to us, kid sounds like he's completely grounded. They look like a great family, and one of the things he told us is that Max Dowman is very, very happy at Arsenal and he's not going anywhere. There's been all these rumours about Real Madrid monitoring the situation and Man City and Chelsea and all these clubs. His dad says, listen, he's Arsenal through and through. He's been at Arsenal since he's 4 years of age. He wants to make it at Arsenal. He understands his situation, that he's a young player and he's excited for his future at Arsenal. And that is brilliant and that is great to hear. And his dad's an Arsenal fan as well. So absolutely fantastic and we're really, really nice people and that was great to meet them. And as I said, lots of positives to take from the tour. Got the signing of Victor Gyökeres done. Mosquera was there. But now we're going to be moving on to the Emirates Cup and we're going to be looking to see a lot more of these players. They've got Villarreal. They've got Athletic Bilbao. Can be interesting, those games. And interesting to see some of those new signings in action. But who else will be getting? That is the question. Just before we get into that, don't forget, I've been saying, final one standing, the game that we're all playing right now. We're all gearing up for it. If you want to jump in, all you got to do is click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Remember the rules of the game. You pick one team, right? One, right? That team that you pick, you can't pick again. You can't pick Arsenal this week and then try and pick them the next week. You can't pick City this week and try and pick them the next week. Once you pick one team, that's it. The next week, you got to pick another team. If that team that you pick wins, you go through to the next round, real simple. If your team loses or draws, you're out. And the final one standing can win a prize of £500,000, and it's free to play. You lot are always in the comments saying that we don't know ball. Well, now it's your chance to prove it. Could you predict the Premier League if we offered you £500,000 to do it? We've partnered with William Hill to bring you final one standing. The rules are simple. Pick a Premier League team every week.
Win, you stay in. Lose or draw, you're out. But you can only pick each team once. It's free to play, and there's £500,000 up for grabs. That's right, £500,000. Perfect. You need to have a William Hill app to play, so scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description below to get involved. 18 plus, UK only. Please gamble responsibly. Terms and conditions apply, and full terms are in the link below. Let's see who's the final one standing.
So if you want to play, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. You have to be 18 plus, and you've got to be based in the UK, and terms and conditions apply, right? And make sure you read those very carefully. Into the transfers. Welcome to Eze Daily. You know we're going to be talking about him every single day. Sammy Mokbel yesterday, who broke that big news that his release clause expired as of, well, the deadline was yesterday. Arsenal had to put in a bid yesterday. They haven't put in a bid. That deadline has now expired. Even though I saw some other reports saying that it hasn't expired yet, that it still does run until 2 weeks before the end of the transfer window. But according to Sammy Mokbel, and he's a very reliable source normally, he said it expired yesterday. But Arsenal are not worried about that. That's all the reports are saying. They're not worried about that. They are only looking to negotiate a deal of under the £68 million release clause, said to be around about 60 million, and they are prepared to play the waiting game until the end of the transfer window. It's a dangerous game to play for Arsenal, because I'm looking on it and I'm thinking Crystal Palace, I think they're resigned to the fact that they're going to lose one of their big players. It's either going to be Eberechi Eze or Mark Guéhi. Guéhi wanted by Liverpool, Eze wanted by Arsenal. They're going to lose one, right? I don't think they're going to lose both. If they lose both, I mean, they severely weaken their team. And, you know, they don't want to end up getting relegated or anything like that. So I think one, they'll let go. Both, I don't think they'll let go. So what if, say, Liverpool came in and moved for Guéhi, or even Newcastle are interested in him, and a deal was done with Guéhi? That could mean that Eze could stay. So the waiting game that Arsenal are playing, whilst it's sensible, whilst we've got to trust in Berta, he's done really, really well so far, have to be very careful with this, because they don't want Crystal Palace saying, all right, well, listen, cool, we're not selling Eze. And remember, they can't now activate that release clause because the deadline has passed. According to ESPN, they're saying that Rodrygo, of course, the Real Madrid winger, has changed his mind on staying at Real Madrid. Now, remember at the Club World Cup, he was quite adamant that he's happy. He even put it out on his Instagram post. He's happy at Real Madrid. He doesn't want to leave. It's quite well known that he doesn't want to leave. But ESPN are saying now that he's changed his mind and is willing to leave Real Madrid this summer. Real Madrid, as far as the reports are saying, is that they're willing to sell him. And the report goes on to say he's prioritising a move to the Premier League if he does leave. Now, we all know what the sticking point is. Two sticking points is, one, the wages. He's going to be demanding, you know, £200,000 a week plus, which a lot of teams do not want to pay, including Arsenal. And also Real Madrid will be looking for around about 100 million euros to sell him, which is around about 86 million pounds. And considering the amount of money that's being offered for Alexander Isak at the moment, and we saw yesterday that Liverpool had a bid of 120 million pounds turned down, that's going to drive up the price of a player like Rodrygo. You know, Real Madrid are going to be looking on it, quite rightly so, and say, well, listen, Rodrygo, Brazilian international, he's won Champions Leagues, he's an established player in Europe. If Isak's going for that, well, we think he's worth, you know, definitely worth the 100 million euros. So, again, won't be an easy deal to get done, but Rodrygo, according to ESPN, has done a bit of a U-turn and would be willing to leave. This is interesting, this next one, because it seems like Arsenal, according to reports, are more interested in another Real Madrid player, and it is not Rodrygo, and that player is Brahim Díaz. Now, where this is really strange is that it's about a month ago it was being reported that Brahim Díaz had signed a new deal with Real Madrid and that he was staying put. However, according to Court Offside, they're claiming that he's not yet put pen to paper on that new offer and could leave the club. Football España also claiming that Arsenal are one of those clubs that are very interested in him and they're monitoring the situation, along with AC Milan, Fenerbahce, Al Nassr, Al Hilal, and new boys Neom SC, another one of them Saudi teams with big money. They are all interested in Brahim Díaz, a really, really top player. More of an attacking midfielder, but can play on the right wing and left wing. Interest in Arsenal. Arsenal being interested in him at the start of the transfer window. As I said, he surprisingly, we were told, signed a new contract because, listen, he is a bit down the pecking order. There's so many attacking players, you know, at Real Madrid. We just said Rodrygo, but there's Vinicius Jr., there's Mbappe, there's Endrick, there's Arda, Güler. I mean, they're not all going to play. Brahim Díaz, a top player, but can't get a starting berth there. Could he be on the move this summer? And could he be that alternative to Eze? Said that Real Madrid would accept around about 40 million euros for him, so it'd be a lot cheaper than buying Eze, and is a very, very talented player. But this is going to be one to watch this transfer window. Could Arsenal make a move for Brahim Díaz as an alternative to Eze, especially if Crystal Palace are paying hardball over that fee? One to watch this transfer window. Those are the rumours today. Don't forget to check out all of our brilliant content that we did over there in Hong Kong and also in Singapore. Absolutely brilliant stuff, right? So it's available right now, so make sure you check it out. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.